What's up, y'all? Amazing Awesomeness, Psychic Trauma here. Hashtag living the stream. Bless the essence for the essence. Eliani Senchiello. Bless the essence for the essence. Blesses. Amazing Awesomeness, Psychic Trauma. Hashtag living the stream. How y'all doing? All right, it's taking forever to set that up. I think I've been permanently banned from Twitch. I don't know. They didn't respond to my email. Yeah, so what do I do, right? Not much I can. I'm dumping some emails right here. Jesse Moore, hello. Just checking out some shit. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I guess I should go to here and load my fucking, check out my page. How are you, Jesse Moore? I make 65 an hour and 195 on triple time today. That's cool. So I guess we weren't making triple time. The person lied. I asked, and they're like, no, there's no such thing as triple time. I was like, you fucking serious? Somebody said if you work 6 days in a row, you get triple time. And they're like, no, that's not true. They were lying. I was like, oh, motherfuckers. Yeah. So I still got to go wash my hair. I got to order some stuff for my hair. So, yeah, I got to do that. So, yeah. UBH, hello. How are you? How's everybody doing? I'm setting up the live stream. Anything over 60 hours is double time. I don't know. I don't know if that's the law for our union, if that's the rules. So, yeah. Who the fuck knows? So, yeah. Looking shiny, boy. All right, yeah. Hello, BPM. How are you? I ate some salad and some chicken. I made some, this is frozen blueberries and frozen strawberries with some OJ. Ken Doc's up, him. Hey, how are you? Just kicking it. And so, yeah, not much going on. So, yeah. I'm looking at this to try to get shit figured out. But anyways, yeah, here I am. Here we go. I'll put this on my chat. Tard Hunter, hello. I think I may have scared Stephanie off. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe she might show up. Maybe she might not. And going from there. Pin message. So I worked like, I think 9 days in a row. Because remember, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 9 days in a row, dude. And one person was like, oh, it'll take like 2 to 3 weeks to a month to get your paycheck. And I was like, really? And then I asked, I was like, hey, how long does it take? I didn't sign up for direct deposit. How much does it take to your paycheck? And she's like, oh, it's done on Monday and they go out the same Monday. So it could be a couple days after that once you get mail. I was like, oh, so it doesn't take 2 or 3 weeks? And she's like, no. I was like, all right, thank you. Your chest looks freshly shaven. No, but I was thinking about it. I still got to use my hair laser removal thingy. I've kind of postponed it since I got back from Turkey. So we've gone like 2 weeks without the laser. And the laser is for the shoulders and the like the ball sack and the ass crack and all that good stuff. Your chest was hairline filling in quite nice, if I do say so myself. Yeah, I'm waiting for the scabs to fall off and the hair to fall out and all that. And so, which should be in about 2 weeks, around the 15th of March. It should start naturally falling out on its own. She was live a short bit ago. She might show up. Okay, Sunday time for Kenny Calls. Yes, you're absolutely right. Let me check this phone. Oh man, don't tell me we're all out of battery life. Hold on. If we are, I have a 10-foot cable extension, and we'll do that. Natalie was live today, and said she really likes when you call social services on her and show her family photos. Oh, I really don't have any family photos of Natalia. Yeah. Also, Sippy said she was just kidding. That's really her number, and she can't wait to hear from you. Okay, we will call again. That's for sure, and go from there. Everybody in the what do you call that? The Amazing Awesomenicity channel. It appears that most people are actually in the psychic trauma chat. Just wanted to give you a heads up. It looks like they all just left. Forearms are hairy. Yeah, it happens. I don't shave the forearms or any of that. So we have tomorrow off. I'm going to try to go to the what's that called? The food bank because I missed my appointment because I was working, and I'll just like, yeah, here's my card. I had to go to work. I missed my day. I got called into work, and I didn't want to give up the work day. And I got to show up there early. If I show up there early, they'll be like, all right, yeah, it's early. Here you go. So, yeah. Sippy already forgotten by now, I'm sure. Oh my god, dude. Well, she allegedly made a report, so I'd like to know what the response in the report is, right? Because that's what we're going for. We want to know what the response is, and just go from there. Uh, well, so she says that a lot. Idle threat, yeah, like fuck her, yeah. So yeah, here we are. Um, I gotta order some more hair stuff. I have to order allantoin and panthenol. Mm. Ow. The back of my head still hurts and sore. I was just touching it. So let's go here. So yeah, the phone's charging, but if anybody wants to join up and we can start the good old fashioned Kenny calls, we can do that. We want to go here. All right. Is this it? Yeah. We want that in the cart. Okay, we need to hit control minus because that's too large. Okay, we'll hit another control minus. All right, 80%. What the fuck is this control minus? 60. Okay, that's better ish. All right. So here's the thing. Everything is like this DH panthenol, which is supposed to be for like hydrating and scars and all stuff. That's the stuff I'm putting on my head. And then this one is hyaluronic acid and allotonin and B5 helps reduce appearance of scars and stretch marks. I just want the allotonin, so I think I should just write that in on its own. Yeah, but what is everybody up to? I'm really glad that Zelensky got his fucking ass handed to him at the White House. Yeah. So yeah, fuck Zelensky, fuck everybody who wants to take his side, and they can all eat a fucking dick, right? Okay, so I'm reading stuff over here also. So does anybody have anything to talk about? Because yeah, well, it is true. Government recommended restrictions on concentration, impurities, productized manufacturing methods. Any okay? There's really not shit there to look up. So we're going to click out of there. Allantoin is a white, odorless powder. Other allantoin contain compounds that may be used in cosmetics and personal care, including the allantoin salt vitamin C, blah, 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 allantoin, biotin. Over the drug homepage, all right, over the counter. What? That was pretty great meeting. They pretty much called him a broke idiot the whole time. Yeah, they did. And the memes that come from it are amazing. The memes are hilarious. What the fuck is this? I'm reading stuff and talking and chatting at the same time. Viewers are dropping. So yeah, it's 9 o'clock. We could do some Kenny calls. Tomorrow I have off. All right, I have to show up to work at 8 a.m. on Tuesday. Threw his Jew ass out. Yep, yeah, that's what counts, right? Bam, get the fuck out, motherfucker. All right, none of that's working. All right, so let's go here. All right. Allantoin panthenol is a combination of allantoin and panthenol. This complex helps to soothe and hydrate hair. Yeah, it's really not showing. Okay, here we go. There's plenty of the panthenol. I'm looking for the allantoin. Oh shit! Hold on, I think my oven's on. Right. And now Strummer is talking about putting boots on the ground in UK, but only with the US's help. How about that? How about no? Yeah, I know, because remember, then they're going to want US troops on there, right? So think about it, yo. Think about like losing 1,000 US troops in 1 week. Oh, goodness. Oh. No, that's okay. I forgot to do my laundry. I was supposed to do laundry. I don't need that. Oh. Look at that. Allantoin is commonly applied to a variety of topical vehicles and applications such as commonly between toothpaste, mouthwash, shampoos, lipsticks, anti-acne, and blah blah blah. Moisture enhancing smooths the skin, stimulate the healing of wounds, and soothing irritated skin. All right, I'm looking stuff up and reading at the same time. Gert Cat Life. Oh my God, is Gert fucking going on right now? Uh, well, I'm looking at all this shit. Because panthenol is everywhere. But I was thinking about getting my own, mixing them up, and then just putting it on my hair. Fuck Gert, nobody cares, right? Yeah, you got a point there, yo. Alrighty. About this item, focuses on hydrating, soothing skin from the inside. Its lightweight texture absorbs right deep into your skin. 5 types of molecular HA allows moisture to be absorbed immediately, deeply, and densely into your skin by building 3D networks. Aldehyde. Free of fragrance, colorants, blah blah blah, mineral oils. Sensitive and acne prone skin. All right. Vegan certified. Who the fuck cares? I prefer mine to be tested on the eyes of bunnies. Is that moonshine? What is moonshine? No. Allantoin is part of the hair care products that I have. Um, that I wanted to get more of. Okay. So I was thinking about just purchasing Allantoin and the panthenol and just pouring them together and shaking it up and putting it through my phone thing and going from there. So this is a we can look at these pictures. All right, it's made in Korea. Let me ask a question right there. Is how the fuck do you spell that shit? Hyaluronic. Hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid. Good for hair. HAIR transplant. There we go. Bam. All right. Is that no? It's not moonshine. While Hydra isn't direct treatment for hair loss, it can be considered beneficial in the context of a hair transplant, as it helps maintains a healthy scalp environment by providing moisture, potentially promoting better healing and hair follicle health post procedure. However, more research is needed to fully confirm the effectiveness of hair transplant. Well, there's one, the Hair Transplant Forum International. Yeah, I guess we can look at that. So, what are we doing here? If you want to join and make some kitty calls, I'm down. The complication that must be avoided during harvest with the. I'm reading some shit with a whole bunch of fucking big words. Yeah, we got some big words going on. So yeah, does anybody want to join up? I mean, and talk, right? I'm making dinner. I'll join you in a few. All right, and want to watch the world burn before I'm dying. Okay. Can we just stop edging already and start World War III? I'm getting old, dude. I know, right? And sending troops, American troops, to Russia, right? But I don't think Trump's going to do that. Hmm. Okay, yeah. All right. Just nuke the White House so we can get this party started. All right. Okay. Oh. Are you cooking the Jew in the pot, PH? The Ikruli 666. Hello. So we can get this party. Zelensky want more. Somebody in NATO do a false flag and blame it on Russia. Right? So yeah, that's that, right? Um, no, steak, mushrooms, mashed potatoes, green beans, Jason. Needs more Juby H. Oh, YouTube not gonna let me say that either. Hold on. No thanks. Can you imagine a 2025 Holocaust? We could watch the Jews get gas live on YouTube. All right, so do you think Trump will live? It'll be a fake assassination where Trump dies, all right? And then we just blame it on Assad and the Jews and we take him out. Do you think that some people might do that? $241 for this fucking box. Holy shit. Seen a lot of stuff here. Alrighty. Jason is too dumb to know how to say fuck every hook nose kike bullet sponge on YouTube. Oh. I can say hook nose, I think, yeah. It's the Holocaust that they don't like. Didn't like. Doubt it. Man, there's a lot of fucking words. It really doesn't show me what's in that fucking thing, dude. Guys, let's go click on this picture. No, this is the picture we're clicking on. Shampoo, hair repair serum, hair repair serum, hair repair shampoo. Alright, what are those little vials? Biotin and creatine. Alrighty. Yeah, dude. Don't know what the fuck's there going on there. Okay, what is this? These have vials. Yeah. Alrighty. 10p 6 millimeter vial sculpture for hair transplant. Home activates hair follicle, promotes new hair growth. Plant stem cell, hyaluronic acid, sodium, DNA, biotin, whatever the fuck. Um, A minimum of 12 months of application. How the fuck do I apply it? Okay. Set includes 10-piece 6 milliliter vials. Uh, but it doesn't tell me how I apply it, dude. Okay. Hold on, let me read these chats. Fuck's sake. Kenny, can you pick the lint from your belly button and bring it to the ghetto and get visibly angry at Monkey? Will your hair be fluffy? No clue. For not properly picking the cotton. Why didn't they transplant it lower? Yeah, I wanted it to be a lower hairline, but the doc said no. Kenny, do you have the doctor's number in case there's a problem? Yeah. Pretty sure it's 1800. You're fucked. Pretty sure it's 1800. You're fucked. What do you mean? The age. Yeah, I wanted a really lower hairline. And like, it won't look natural. I was like, I don't care. Oh, I guess it's a dropper and you just drop it on. Let's look at the serum. Now, click out of here. That's the foam. That's the serum. Or supports the formula, helps to increase cell life. All right, that looks okay, I guess. Non-rinsing leave-in formula. All right, we'll put this add to cart. If you get a girlfriend wife and start streaming with her, I'm sure you'll get so much more views. Yeah. 1-800, you're fucked. Oh, okay. Where's your original hairline? I don't know. Lee Diddy has her titties out. Who's the? Oh, Natalie. Oh my God, Kenny, can you get your neighbor on, please? I'll post this thing again. I mean, ain't much to talk about. There's that. Okay, we'll go here. We'll just type in Alan Cohen, all right? Yeah. I'll join in a minute. I'll take your time. I'm really not like, oh, I want people to talk to. Ah, hmm. Kenny, go to your neighbors, knock on the door, tell them, no, I heard a piece of advice on TikTok of all the places that you gotta love your trolls because they boost the algorithm to send your videos to more people. Okay. I think it's the engagement. What's up for tonight, K Dog? Where's retard Stephanie tonight? Or jamming? Uh, I think Stephanie will no longer be coming to my live stream. She gave a post like an hour or two after one of my live streams, said goodbye, Kenny. She like left a comment on him. Jason White, shut the fuck up. Hello. Hello, Amy. We can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. What's up?
Nothing. My children are fast asleep because I gave them a nice warm shower bath, brushed their teeth, got them in pajamas. Now they're fast asleep. That's the only reason I joined because I have the time right now.
Oh, I'm just looking stuff up online about allotonin and panthenol.
I couldn't hear you through the yawn.
No, panthenol and allotonin.
Is that like a serum?
It's for hair stuff.
Oh,
So yeah, um, some of the stuff does come in the serum.
Jason White
Yeah.
said, "Is your husband still stranded outside the apartment complex?" And I have to say, yeah. But starting tomorrow, maybe starting tomorrow, I'm going to start looking into my tenant rights, into bringing him back to the building. But to be honest, the apartment manager is a big bitch. So I'm thinking about going around her to the regional manager
All right, I don't remember that one
at
dude's
the regional
name, but his daughter was 86
officer,
from here.
regional
You're cutting
office
in and
down the
out.
street. You very well.
Yeah, same. But uh, uh, anyways, there was this one dude. His daughter was 86, and
Yeah.
security basically let her in. Really didn't care as long as the office was gone out. And the day that one security guard jumped off the roof and committed suicide. Um, his daughter was there, and they looked through the cameras that day and saw that his daughter, who was 86, showed up, and she or he, what do you call that? Um, uh, was seen on the camera, and he got 86. He got kicked out.
Wait, who got kicked out?
This one dude, remember when the security guard killed himself?
Yeah, the young guy with the ponytail. He looked like he could have been white with Hispanic, maybe.
I have no idea. I thought he was an older dude.
No,
But
he was the young
anyways,
guy with the ponytail
oh
that
yeah,
always
yeah, yeah.
wears
That
pants.
was the dude who committed suicide.
Yeah.
But when he died, when all that shit happened, um, uh, they looked at the cameras and saw that this one dude uh, his daughter came in and she was 86. So they booted him out. They said, yeah, he can't. She can't be in here. And the only reason they looked at the cameras because that dude committed suicide. So uh,
Who was the guy with the daughter?
I can't remember his name. I'm trying to think of it. But anyways, yeah, that's what the fuck happened. And so, um,
I gotta go through the proper procedures before I let him back in. Because I was thinking about sneaking him in, but that's really against the rules and I'll lose my housing.
yes.
It would be so easy for me to be cool with the security guard, but then going up and down and in and out, they already have eyes on me and him and everybody for the most part. And I don't ever kiss ass to the management, and I think that's why they don't favor me. And then the thing about why I've waited a year to look into the tenant rights is because it's not the first time that I'm looking into the tenant rights. I looked into the tenant rights before, but I gave up really easily. And then when I did ask Nicole, the apartment manager, about it, she turned me down twice about it, and that really discouraged me. And in a way, I'm trying to get myself back in order, if I ever was in order to begin with, before I try to get him back in the building, because we had so much like issues with arguing that I feel better with him not in the building until I get myself in order, spiritually and mentally
Mm-hmm.
and emotionally. That we're doing really good with him not coming here. So I've been like waiting it out, you know? The thing about it is that he does need to be here to like support me and to be together with our family that we made together. So like I appreciate you telling me to wait for the rules to be in order. But I don't want to make this about me either. Like,
Okay.
it doesn't
Yeah.
help that we're both schizophrenic, and that he refuses to take medication. I take my medication, but he doesn't, because he hears a lot of voices that are really scary to like hear from him. Like when I told my mom when I met him that he hears voices, she flipped the F out, and understandably so. And it's really hard for her to approve of him because of that. He doesn't live
That's
in a
pretty
box of.
hardcore.
Are you just saying that to say that?
Yeah, the trolls do that. Um, does he live with his parents?
He lives with his godparents in Park Hill, but he doesn't live there
Uh,
because they don't want him there during the day, but he sleeps there. You know what I mean? Man, you really got to be tough with these trolls. They really hurt your feelings. Well, they hurt my feelings.
yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, like when we lived together, and we didn't really live together, but when he was here, he would be telling me all these maniac voices that he hears. Like, he would be telling me how, like, I'm so sick and tired of hearing that cop brag about killing that prostitute for trying to run away with his money. I would hear that on a regular But
Holy
that's what
fuck.
he hears on a regular basis, things of that nature. And for right now, with my kids being so little with him, you know, it's better that he's not
Hmm.
around. And I was thinking about drawing the line of him getting mental health treatment before he comes back. So it's a little complicated with getting him back on a personal level, on a policy level. Does that make sense?
Uh,
Well,
yeah, I mean, like if you guys conflict and you're always arguing when he shows up, I mean that's kind of an issue, you know.
yeah. I know I have to work on a lot of things on a personal level before I invite him back, and then there's that hurdle with the rules involved with my tenant rights, that I'm already
Hmm.
trying to plan out. I've already tried it a few times, but I gave up really quickly. Plus, with all his negative energy with the voices he hears. I know I've thought about if it was his conscience he planted a brain chip in his head because he is so weird. It's like this weird intuition with him that he picks up on bad vibrations, really ugly bad vibrations, and then tells me about it, and I'm like, "Wow, I felt that too." Like when he was sleeping in his godmother's house one night, he said that the Furbies, which is what he usually calls the voices, he said that he heard them just jumping off the walls and making a lot of noise. And then next morning, his godmother told him that the house, and he heard them coming from the house across the alleyway. The next morning, or the next day, really, the godmother told him that they got robbed that night. Does that make sense? It's things of that nature that he's tapped into this really weird frequency that's really evil and sadistic. Does that make sense? And masochistic even.
Well, that's some hardcore shit, that's for sure.
Yeah, and my schizophrenia doesn't I've never like it's gone to dark places, but I always had a lot of support from my family and my mom, and I got on medication before it could get that bad. And right now I'm on a really long acting injectable form of antipsychotic called Abilify, which lasts for 4 weeks. And within the first 2 weeks, I started to notice a difference. And then now I feel like a little uncomfortable with how good I feel because it's not the usual feeling for me. Does that make sense?
Somewhat, yes.
Like I feel a little uncomfortable feeling so like imagine the normal for you is unhinged and off the wall. And then now you have this balanced feeling and it feels in the past when I was on the long injecting injectable of Abilify, long acting injectable of the Abilify, it was really uncomfortable. But now that I've accepted that normal C is good and to be okay with being okay, does that make sense?
Hmm.
I hope I make sense. Now that I'm okay with being okay, I accept it, but I still get an eerie feeling of like, wow, this is not my normal. To not be unhinged and off the wall and overly paranoid about everything, and hearing things that aren't there, and seeing things that aren't there. I don't mean to laugh. I just laugh when I'm nervous sometimes. What is your disability? Because I know you get partial disability.
No, I don't collect any money. I'm fully disabled twice before my hand got all fucked up. So, paranoia, depression, anxiety, PTSD. So,
Did you go
yeah,
to war?
something like that. I killed a lot of people. But, anyways, tell us about the he refers to voices as children's stuff. Hey, Fishman. Last time I heard a voice, they did tell me Lotto. I won Powerball and the government stole it from me. But the voices said they were giving me Lotto as a going away present because they were going to leave me and go find other people who would listen to them, who could, what do you call that? Build WMDs, steal WMDs, acquire WMDs, use WMDs. Have the voices ever made him start abducting women and eating them? You can fix that with some alcohol and benzos, Amy. Amy, are you vaccinated? Ha ha ha. For fuck's sakes. Outed by his own neighbor, damn. He went to war with a 9-year-old girl at a race riot. All right, so man, I had a question, but what the fuck was I going to ask? Let's scroll back up. Oh, you said something about does he actually have a microchip in his brain, or does he just think that?
Well, when I met him, I kept telling him, "You must have a chip in your brain if you're tapped into these all these evil sorts of frequencies." And he said he denied it. He denied it. But then he came across this video on YouTube that was from the History Channel about mind control, and it showed this guy. You know, the guy that played what the heck's his name? The guy from Star Trek, Spock. Not the old Spock, but the new Star Trek with the new Spock, Zachary Quinto.
Mm-hmm.
So the Zachary Quinto actor, he hosts this show on, I guess it's the History Channel, I'm not sure. And they had this episode on mind control. And this man was featured in this episode. He was a white guy, I forgot his name, but he was able to win a lawsuit and enact some real federal laws for preventing gang stalking, because he was gang stalked from what he suspected was a rival businessman. They broke into his house, sedated him when he was sleeping, and implanted a chip in his brain stem and at the bottom of his brain. And he was able to prove all this in court with an MRI and other evidence. I'm not sure. They didn't go into great detail about his story. The episode was about mind control. Yeah, that's like MK Ultra is still going on. And there's a whole world about it called targeted individuals. He used to refer to his voices as gang stalkers, and I do believe gang stalking is a real phenomenon. And it's also known as community harassment, if that makes more sense in your brain. It's like multiple people, groups of people joining together to make somebody's life a living hell in some way. A lot of it is psychological, and and so ever since that video that he found, he honestly thinks there's a chip in his brain. And um, but I think it could also be some paranoia caused by just schizophrenia, and because he both his parents have passed, and he has one brother, full-blooded brother, in the United States, somewhere in Colorado. Last I heard of him, he was in prison in Canyon City, but then he got out on parole and never called me after that. Because I was trying to like reconnect them, and then he got upset about it. So then I just gave up and I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna leave that alone, for the respect for him, because and then he has a half sister in France, and the rest of his family's in France, like his second cousin and his aunt and his grandma. Other than that, he has no family, so I feel like isolation makes mental health worse, which makes everything else worse. I could go on and on about a lot of things about that, but I don't want to get too personal either. The point is that I don't know what the point of this is. The point is that gang stalking is a real phenomenon. It could be happening to him. I'm not sure, because I feel like if he would just follow my lead on taking some medication, we could rule out the schizophrenia. But he refuses to do that, because then that would mean admitting that what he believes to be true is not true, in some way. But do you take medication for your anxiety and paranoia and PTSD and all that?
No, no. Every time I spoke to a doctor, I kept asking for things like chiropractic therapy, massage therapy, acupuncture therapy, Reiki energy healing, stuff like that. Even what's that called? Ultrasound therapy, where they go over your body with an ultrasound thingy. And they're like, yeah, we don't cover that. Yeah, I thought the hairline should have came down also. Just saying. But anyways, yeah. So
Once it grows
I think it's odd.
out, it'll blend in really well, and you can grow bangs.
Well, all I got
I
to do is
mean,
wait
did you hear
6
me?
months, and then I could get it braided in hair. Yeah. Yes, I did. I heard you.
Does your hair grow really fast?
I don't know. It's kind of been the same length for a couple years now.
Oh, yeah. Um, I got these things. They're called hair, skin, and nail vitamins from. I wish I had them in front of me right now. I don't know where they are. I think they're over there in that thing over there. They're marketed for women, but I'm sure they have male versions. That made my it didn't make my hair stronger or thicker, but it did make it grow longer. Does that make sense? So my hair is really brittle and it falls off really easily, but it did give me a lot of length. So it's still, does that make sense?
Yes. Yes. Mm. When was the last time your kids Lush talking about Pick Rob? Oh my fucking god.
What is that he just said? She's talking about what?
Um,
Anyway,
they're retarded.
I don't want to answer these stupid questions.
You don't have
Anyway,
to.
the last time they saw him was the day before yesterday, which was a good day. They're always happy to see him. Is it okay if I smoke a cigarette?
I don't give a fuck.
No, but on TikTok, if you light up a cigarette or a vape, they put a thing on they put a warning on the screen, and then they can cancel your video and do other things like that.
I'm permanently banned from Twitch. I appealed it, but I haven't gotten a response from it because they're like, "Yeah, you're not allowed to do other people's content." And I was like, "Well, hey, this is AI. AI is non copyrightable. I wasn't aware I couldn't do AI and all this shit, but I haven't gotten a response. So yeah,
Kenny doesn't care, Amy. He says nigger constantly. I worry if you're a white
yeah.
supremacist because you seem more down to earth than that. I'm just gonna be
Oh
transparent
well,
there.
yeah. Well, these people used to call me the N word a lot, and occasionally they still do.
You know what's
So
weird about the voices that my husband talks about is that they're constantly calling him the N word. And I always beat my head against the wall when he tells me that because I'm like, you're not black. You're as white as they come. And I don't mean like he has like I'm cornier than him and I'm not white. Does that make sense? And I'm like,
not
why
really.
are they
That's a little
calling me the
confusing.
N word? Huh?
That's a little confusing, but anyways, that's all good. I'm not here to understand everything, so
Okay. I guess I'm lonely and you're bored, so we could chit chat for a minute.
hmm and I'm dumping some emails right now. Also, I gotta dump at least like 100 of them, or almost 100.
I kind of want someone else to join the call so this conversation doesn't get stale. The thing about it is we go to the park, we go to the children's museum, we go to restaurants together, me and the family. So, were you alive in the 80s?
Yes.
Do you remember school being before they had computers?
Yes.
I do too, but um, I was one of those really people that love the old school way of like papers and just talking to people. And I guess um, uh, where I'm going with this is that like it was hard for me to accept that computers until I realized that computers and the internet are here to stay, or else we wouldn't even be communicating right now. Like, can you block some of these people? I block some of these people.
Yeah, I've done that numerous times. They have thousands of accounts.
But that's so sad. I mean, wouldn't you want someone to be like yourself, like me, like so happy in their real life that they don't gotta do this in the digital world?
It's kind of what they do. So yeah, I don't know what to say.
Are you nearsighted or farsighted?
I think it's called near. So I can see up close. I can't see far away.
Yeah, these are my glasses that I found in my mom's car that I lost a long time ago. Vision got stronger, so they don't work as well as the other ones that my kids broke. So I don't wear them.
Oh my god.
Son of a bitch.
I guess I can read these chats also.
We're Kenny's friends. Okay. I guess I don't know. No comment. Oh, do you have a driver's license?
Nope.
I got my learner's permit and I've been putting off for a long time getting my driver's license because my anxiety gets in the way sometimes. So I'm scared to drive sometimes. Like, I'm scared to learn how to drive.
Kenny rides a super cool fagmobile. Jason White, I do not ride your mouth. Kenny, let's. Oh my fucking god.
I appreciate you being so heartless with these people being really heartless because I'm really soft in general.
It's kind of the way it happens.
Yeah. Did you go to college, Kenny?
Yeah.
Did you get a degree?
Um, uh, I went to cybersecurity school.
Oh, cybersecurity school. Oh, I wanted to do that because I knew it would be in demand, but I ended up going to bookkeeping certification program. Ever since I've been ever since I finished my Google AI Essentials program, I've been trying to find another certificate to get into. Do you know of any programs?
Build in Colorado. Build in Colorado. I think that's a good one.
I'm going to Google that right now. I got a bunch of um, results. Is it built or is it build?
Yes, build.
Oh, tech startups. Oh, you know a good one that I just remembered that I can't believe I forgot about is Coursera. Coursera has a lot of really good free programs to learn stuff. And there's another one I'm forgetting. I don't know how to pronounce it, but you can get a free membership through the library called Udemy, I think. Udemy. It's like
Mm-hmm.
Udemy. Because I'm trying to keep myself busy to like not let my mind go to shit, you know? So that's why, and I get really like nervous if I don't learn something all the time. Does that make sense? So it's good to add it
Yeah.
to my resume too. But that's like the least of my concerns. I don't really want to be like learning to add in my resume. I want to be learning for the sake of like getting better, as a person. Do you talk to a lot of our neighbors?
No.
That's actually a really good thing because this place is a rumor mill, and I was warned about that from a former person that used to live here. I try to keep to myself too, and I really do well at that, but people still make up shit about me. Like last time, this guy told me that, oh, it's that guy Headache, that annoying guy in the wheelchair. He had a walker for a long time, and he had that white dog he was always waving his stick around at. You know that guy? His name's
Yeah, I
Headache.
don't remember that.
He told me that there's a rumor around the building that I do clears, and I'm like, what's clears? I don't even know what clears are. Do you know what clears are?
Was that meth?
I assume it is, but I don't know. Like I'm so like not in that world of drugs and alcohol. I just smoke cigarettes and drink coffee. Like it's hard to start my day without a cup of coffee and a cigarette.
Mm.
There's that old lady at the end of the hall, so they harass you. Depends on which old lady you're talking about. There's a lot of them. Nobody really harasses me here. Oh wait, so you know Bobby?
Yeah.
She watches my dog from time to time. When I first moved into this apartment building, she cursed me out, and it was weird. But now we're cool because she's bipolar like that. And then that other lady, Irma, I think that's her name. It's either Norma or Irma, but I'm pretty sure it's Irma. She's traumatized by me because when I first moved into the apartment that is this apartment, because I've lived here for 10 years, um, I took her clothes out of the washer while they were still wet. And I was an asshole about it too. Like I didn't give a fuck. And I can't remember what my reasoning and excuse was for doing that, but I was really out of my mind back then. But that's not an excuse. I'm just saying, so you understand. And after that, I didn't acknowledge her for a long time, and she didn't acknowledge me, and then we became cool after that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
The thing about this apartment building is it's subsidized housing for elderly and disabled. And the thing about it is that it's technically like they don't even refer to the people that live here as tenants, they refer to them as residents, because we all have like issues that are defined by some kind of like psychiatric issue or physical mobility issue, because that's like you can literally, like, if you have a mental health issue, you can get a letter from the mental health clinic that used to be called MHCD, that's now called Wellpower, and then you can move in here. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm already in here, so I went through the normal hoops, but I tell people all the time if they're looking for a spot, this is it.
Yeah, there's like a long waiting list, but some people move in after a week of the waiting list. I moved in after about 7 months on the waiting list. Originally, I was living in a little studio apartment of a house. It was like on the second level of a old Victorian house. It was such a weird looking apartment because the staircase went up, and then there was a stove on this side, and there was a bunch of crawl spaces with little hinges on the doors, and there was just a big room after that. And then a little tiny bathroom before you went to the big room. That was a toilet and a stand-up shower, and that's it. No sink. Oh, there was also a sink at the end of the kitchen, like the pseudo kitchen with the pseudo bathroom, and then like a really big room that was the studio apartment. And then the guy, the Chinese guy, no, he wasn't Chinese. He was Korean because he used to own the store that used to be on 8th and Federal that they tore down many years ago. He sold the house, and then I had to get somewhere else to live. So I went to the Coalition for the Homeless back when they used to be over there. Now they're over there. And then I filled out two applications that the lady said I qualified for with my income. And then uh, I applied to the VOA Sunset Park, and then I applied to these apartments. And since this one called me back first, I got that. I just moved in, signed my paperwork. I was fresh off a mental health breakdown from going to Emily Griffith in the summertime. Because something that I learned along the way of my life is that mental issues can either be drug induced or trauma induced, and mine are heavily trauma induced. So I just I think it was December was my last hospital stay over in Highlands Ranch. That's a nice hospital too. But it's weird. It smells like weird because of all the food they make. But they feed you a lot because in mental hospitals they feed you a lot because you got to stay part of it is the medication that they put you on, that they got to make sure you're well fed, and then a part of it is the mood stabilization. They feed you a lot, like a lot of snacks, 3 meals a day. um it's called Highlands Behavioral Healthcare, and I went there for like 7 days. And then my mom watched my kids while I was there, and she was so upset because she had to take 2 days off of work, and she can't do that. She's not in a position to do that. That she gave me an ultimatum that you either get back on the long acting antipsychotic injectable medication, or I'm not helping you ever again with your kids or your life because you can't do this to me again, is pretty much like along the lines of what she was saying. So then while I was in the hospital, they connected me with my psychiatrist at Wellpower, and he prescribed me the Abilify again. I was on it a few years ago, even when I was pregnant with Adrian. But the problem was he was a C-section, so I had so much problems. I had so much problems with nursing him, because with Alexander, it was like so easy to do that because he was like a regular delivery. But Adrian, there was a lot of complications. And with my pregnancy and with birth, that it was like so hard to have the same experience with bonding with him with nursing, him. So I told my doctor, okay, I just want to get off of it to see if it makes things better. And then I started to get this irrational fear to get back onto it. And then that led me to a few different hospital stays. And then my mom ultimately drawing the line of like, you either take care of yourself and get back on this medication that was helping you so much.
Yeah, I've never really been on meds.
Some people really need them, like me. Some people can do without them. You can make exercise your medication. Music is medicine by itself. You can find other ways to self-regulate, but for me, medication helps my brain because I don't know the rules about it. I don't know the rules about it. Neurologically, that's how I work. brain is different. Everybody operates in their own unique way, and for me, um, that helps me. Would you say you're a perfectionist, Kenny?
No.
No? Oh, I'm not a perfectionist. I used to be many years ago, but right now I'm not, and I don't see myself being one. Um, you know what I like about children when they're really young is that it's really easy to like feed them because they're really not complicated little creatures when they're little. Because lately, my little kids, all they want to eat is ramen. All they want is ramen. And they don't even want ramen the way I like ramen with like a hard or soft boiled egg or like vegetables and other things. They just want the noodles. They want me to drain the broth right away so they don't have to drink it or deal with it. And they always like, um, they prefer the chicken, but as long as they don't see me make it, they'll eat the beef because I have a lot more beef ramen than chicken, you know. And I'm trying to get rid of that. Can you see me, Amy? Can you see me? I had to check on my little ones, and they're really fast asleep. You really gotta tire them out, feed them well, and then lavender everything when they go to sleep. I got this that I don't use very much at all. I got this lavender sleep spray, and then I also got lavender baby soap and lavender lotion. But that's just like the cherry on top. What you got to do is you got to tire them out and you got to fill their belly. And that is really hard to do every single freaking day and night. So I'm looking forward to them getting older, but everyone tells me don't do that. Don't look forward to them getting older because then they like are harder to deal with. You know, like my mom was telling me it's really hard having adult children now that we're all adults because adult children have the problem of adults, and that's a lot harder to deal with, you know, than little kid problems of like, oh, I had an accident while I was potty training. That's a lot simpler to deal with of like, oh no, I'm going through a divorce, I need you to save me, you know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, where do you spray the sleep spray?
You put it on the pillows, you put it on their blankets. That's what it's for. Promotes a better night's sleep. But I don't really like this one because I scanned it on this app called Yucca, and it had a very low rating for how organic and healthy it is. It's this free app called Yuka. It has like a carrot on it, and it shows you the rating for how I guess like non-carcinogenic it is. So that's why it's still really full because I've hardly used it for that reason. So I'm looking for another lavender spray, pillow spray. That's what they should market it as, a pillow spray, because you could even spray it on their jammies, and it's just the smell of the essential oils makes me go to sleep. Do you have insomnia in general, or do you just a night? You're just a night owl?
Me?
Yeah.
No, normally I go to bed right around this time, but I don't have work tomorrow.
Oh yeah. I like to so I'm like a night owl and an early bird, but lately I've been slacking on my early bird style. So I'm trying to because when you're a parent, when you're a caregiver to children, and I wish I could say it gets better, but it does and it doesn't. That's the weird part about parenting, is that it gets better in some ways and gets worse in other ways. So and every day is different, and they're always throwing you for curveballs, and you never quite get ahead of the game, but you get a little better at it, and then you get worse at it, and then you get better at it. And it's a really learn on the job training that is like never ending, even when you sleep. So as much as I love my children, I only like if people say like recommend people having kids, no. I If you're ready to sacrifice all your free time and life and money and all that, if you're ready to like not sleep anymore and to like not and worry all the time, but you'll have the love of a lifetime and beyond. You know what I mean? And you'll always remember the baby days and the toddler days to hold you through the storms of when they get older. It's just hard. Like that's why it's not there to like make your life better. Like your children aren't there to make your life like comfortable. You're there to serve them. Does that make sense? And
Mm-hmm.
that's what's so hard that a lot of people don't really understand. Like, oh, I want to get pregnant. I want to have kids. Or like I want to find a girl and have kids and have a family and then I'll be happy. It's like not like that. If anything, it makes it more complicated to serve your own needs, because only when the children are taken care of can you focus on yourself. You know what I mean? And I feel
Yes.
like that should be obvious information, but that's not really how movies or TV shows or even commercials show off having a family. So a lot of people get their information from those places because they're grown up in homes where they're not given enough guidance. So, like, even though I was warned when I was pregnant how hard it would be to have a baby and a child for the rest of my life, it's like a wave of an ocean crashing over you that you never experienced before. So you're not going to know until you do it how hard it is, but it's worth it if your heart's in the right place. And you're not serving yourself, you're serving your children. And that's really hard to translate to people that are probably working through some kind of issue that they think a child will enhance their life. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. You know what's weird is that, yeah, did you hear about that incident that happened on the 15th floor? It was December of last year. Oh no, yeah, it was September or December, I can't remember. But my friend Susan, who lives in 1500, told me that she's now been subpoenaed to speak about an incident that happened with the man that lives right above you. I don't know if he still lives there. He lives right above you, Kenny. He's a tall, skinny, light-skinned black guy that's always dressed super stylish. Like he looks like he walked out of a fashion magazine for men. And his boyfriend, because he's also gay, his boyfriend, I don't remember if he threw something at the security guard that was working that night or if he hit him in the head with his fist, because my memory doesn't serve me very well sometimes, so I don't remember. But Susan witnessed the fight between him, the guest, like the resident of this guy that I'm describing, and his gay boyfriend's guest, who was his guest, fighting the security guard on duty. And the cops were called. Nobody was arrested because they both fled the scene. And now she has to like go to court and tell her testimony in a court trial. But I saw that former resident. I don't know if he's former or not because I really keep to myself here. I'm not in the mix to hear all the know-how of the building. I saw that guest at that party they had the other night. It was like 3 nights ago, 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Does that make sense?
I don't know. The cops are here like every other day, especially like the ambulances, because there's so many old people, and like one person dies a month.
Yeah. Well, see, why is that man still allowed in the building, still living here, and my husband can't even walk through the door? You know, why are
Was
they
he on the
giving?
lease?
Yeah, not the gay boyfriend, the light skinned black guy I was describing.
I don't know.
It's just weird. Irma was the one that told me about that, and then I followed up with Susan, and she told me more about it. So I heard it through the grapevine somewhere. And so, like, all these people here, either they kiss a lot of ass and or they know how to work the system, and I can't, understand. Because I don't know if you remember Tina, that manager, the short little white woman, that was always like being really mean and verbally abusive to everybody. She refused to. Never mind. I'm getting too personal. I've got to leave some mystery. But yeah, like I don't want to move from here because no, I'm conflicted. I want to move from here and then I don't want to move from here because I really want to move from here because in general downtown is really dangerous for children, and then I want to move from here so that I could just be with my husband again, and I want to move from here because then I won't be like caged, like. But there's like I need to write a pros and cons list about this, and I think I did, and then I lost it. A long time ago, I wrote a pros and cons list, and I lost it, and now I gotta find it. Maybe I should just write another one. But so the point is that I don't have a point. Never mind. I know that one guy, Mario, the really serious meth dealer, who's also lives in the building. He lives in 7. I'm trying to remember. He lives in 7. If he lives on this side, it's an even number, so it's 704. He lives in 704. Mario. Um, I know he had his like friend with benefits, when the pandemic happened and everybody had to stay inside and they didn't allow any visitors in the building. Before that, he had a woman that he smuggled into the building that was like his friends with benefits, that she's still there as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know. And she just never left. And whenever they had a building wide inspection, um, she would hide somewhere in the apartment when they would do the walkthrough. And even though I'm pretty sure they knew about it, they couldn't do anything about it. And they got away with it. But I can't do that with Sasha because it's really, it's like, besides the fact that that's a really tacky thing to do, you know, it's like against the rules, and I don't suck up to anybody enough to like, and I don't, you know. So Mario's black, and the woman he snuck in the building that he's cohabiting with illegally in the building, is white with brown hair. And yeah, I think I visited him a couple times because I gave him my old cat tree. I remember that. I just gave it to him. It's like it was too small for my cat because my cat was really big, and that's more for like a kitten. The one I had, it was really tall though, and really nice. And then the other time I visited him was to like pay him back $20, I think. And he really scared me because he was telling me how he heard voices coming out of the television. So I got out of there as quickly as I could, and she was there in the bedroom. So I'm like, I couldn't figure out if he was doing that to like push me out the door or if he was being serious, and that's why I got out of there really quick. These people are weird. These people are weird. We're all weird in our own way, but sometimes weird is weird. I like to take that saying from Forrest Gump that stupid is what stupid does, and then I'll like trade the word stupid with something else. Like, so like I don't I don't like to call people trash, but then if you take stupid is what stupid does and you replace it with trash, trash is what trash does. Do you understand my train of thought?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
like you can replace stupid with any of those words that are like negative, you know, or even good. So like, so I am not a Trump supporter, but the way I look at it is if you're gonna look at like white trash, look at him. You know what I mean? You can be
Yeah.
a trash person and not actually look like trash or be raised like trash. So that's just my 2 cents on that. I was gonna
Oh.
go to the Capitol on Monday. What was it, February 24th? I was really planning on it, but then my family had a crisis and I couldn't go anymore because they were having a protest at the Capitol. I forgot it was about let me see if I could find the screenshot about it.
Immigrants' rights.
What was it again?
Immigrants' rights.
Yeah, yeah, it was something like that. It was definitely about what ICE is doing and about all that going on. Because I feel like we're in Hitler's Germany, but it's now it's Donald Trump's United States. Does that make sense? We're
I
already past the beginning, you know? Yeah, I have a lisp sometimes. I don't know why. I don't have a lisp all the time. I don't know why that happens. When I was in
hey,
when I lost my first baby when he was stillborn, the psychiatrist and the mental health behavior techs that worked at that psych ward I was in after he passed, they told my mom, who was my only support at that time, like moral support and everything else. They told my mom that they observed me having 7 different personalities. I don't know what that means, but it could come through with my voice, you know. Are you Orthodox Jewish, Kenny?
no.
I can't explain each of the 7 personalities because the thing about I went to Denver Health Psych Ward at that time, and when you request your medical records from them, because I requested it all on a CD ROM, and I didn't have to pay for it because they messed it up, the paper version. But they told me that, you know, I'm losing my train of thought. Well, the thing about it is that when you at Denver Health, when you request your medical records, if you have any mental health on that medical records, the whatever psychiatrist was working at that time can deny giving you your psychiatric records out of protection for yourself. Does that make sense? Because they don't want you to know too in depth about your own issues out of like it's like this weird HIPAA protection
Hey,
for yourself.
I'm gonna call it because I gotta go fucking pass out.
Well, I enjoyed talking to you. I hope you have a good sleep. I think I'm gonna go take my dioxazepine and hit the hay too.
All right. Yeah. I gotta go brush my teeth and do the special hair shit on my hair.
I wish someone else would talk because I don't want to like take up the conversation. You know, I wish you would talk too.
Dude, I was dumping like 100 and some odd emails that I had to go through. All right. But
Have a good
anyways,
evening.
everybody, yeah, you too. Amy, have a beautiful evening. Everybody in YouTube land, same thing. You all have a beautiful evening. You know the drill. Stay warm if you
Tonight's
need to
a
stay
really
warm.
good night to trim your hair because of the new moon. By the way,
I'm good on that.
I got my kids cut hair yesterday
Uh,
because of that. Have a good night.
yeah. Everybody in
Bye.
YouTube land, stay warm if you need to stay warm. Stay cool if you need to stay cool. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay sober for choosing sobriety because I'm choosing sobriety. Peace. Love y'all. End stream.